Inspector General of Police explains absence at Senate's invitation. All Progressives Congress National Convention postponed. Speaker Oyo State House of Assembly dies. Court orders for future of 1.4 billion naira per club refunds to federal government. And in sports, Supreme Court orders retrial of a Pinnick and Giwa case. And more reports in a moment. You're on to the news on the hour on television Nigerian. I am Cynthia Agbo. The Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris has defended his failure to appear before the Senate on Thursday to honor the latter's invitation over alleged maltreatment of Senator Dino Melaye. The police boss insisted that his action was not out of place, noting that the country's extant laws permitted him to send representation to anywhere he was personally needed. In a statement by the force public relations officer Jimo Moshood, IGP Idris said his official assignment in faraway Bauchi State necessitated him to send representation in the person of the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. Spokesman of the ruling All Progressives Congress Party APC, Balaji Abdullahi, has disclosed that the party's Congress earlier slated to hold on the 14th of May has been postponed after a meeting between some governors of the party and the John Oyegun-led National Working Committee. Abdullahi explained that the timetable earlier released by the party scheduled ward congresses for May 2nd Local Government Congress, May 5 and State Congress May 9, respectively. But some of the governors at a meeting with the NWC brought up the issue of the Muslim fast, which will commence in May. The party consequently resolved to shift the day for the convention forward in consideration of Muslims who will be fasting in the month of Ramadan. On a sad note, the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Michael Adeyemo, died in the early hours of Friday from unconfirmed cause. A lawyer by profession, Adeyemo was elected on the platform of the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, ASEAN, to represent Abarapa East in the State Assembly in 2011 and was re-elected in 2015 on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and subsequently elected the Speaker of the Assembly. During his time in the Assembly, he served as the Deputy Chief Whip and a member of committees of Fund Allocation, Works and Transport, Agriculture, Trade and Investment, as well as Appropriation and Public Finance. And until his death, was the Speaker of the House of Assembly, as well as a master degree student of the University of Ibadan. We'll take a short break and we'll bring you more on entertainment, sports and the foreign scene when we return.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Thanks for staying tuned. A federal high court sitting in Lagos, southwest Nigeria on Friday ordered the permanent forfeiture of a total of 1.4 billion naira found in the bank accounts of 3 firms which allegedly impersonated the consultants engaged by the Nigeria's Governor Forum to analyze the Paris London club loan refunds due to the states to the federal government. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, which obtained the forfeiture order, claimed that the defendant obtained 3.5 billion naira from the Nigeria's Governors Forum by making false claims. Listed as defendant in the final forfeiture application filed before the court were Melrose General Services Limited, WAPS Network Limited, and Tebe Wellness Services. The firms were accused of impersonating a consortium of consulting firms engaged by the Governors Forum for the verification, reconciliation and recovery of over-deductions on Paris and London club loans on the accounts of states and local governments between 1995 and 2002. To some entertainment news, Director General of the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Julia Okadonli, has named Nollywood actress Tonto Dike as NAPTIP ambassador, while applauding her humanitarian gesture to the less privileged in the society. Tonto, who led members of her NGO Tonto Dike Foundation, was on a courtesy visit to the headquarters of the agency in Abuja as part of collaboration in the war against trafficking in persons. Okadonli said that the decision to name the actress as NAPTIP ambassador was in recognition of her passion for youth and majorly victims of trafficking and her readiness to work with the agency.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
And in sports, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has ordered a speedy retrial of a case between NFF President Amaju Pinnick and embattled NFF leader Chris Giwa at the Federal High Court, Jos. In its judgment, the Apex Court held that the appellation court's judgment in favor of Pinnick following a High Court's ruling in 2015 in favor of Giwa did not follow the principles of law in giving its decision. It affirmed that it is only the High Court that can rule on the substantive case. Giwa was elected as NFF president in August 2014 in Abuja, while Pinnick was given same mandate at a separate Congress held in Warri, Delta State on September 30th of the same year. The Court of Arbitration for Sports in Zurich, Switzerland, later ruled in favor of the Pinnick-led NFF board. And on the foreign scene, a firefighter and 4 others were wounded on Friday in a fire that broke out in the Sauna section of a hotel located near the historic Sauna Met Square in central Istanbul. Media reports say a firefighter was injured in efforts to extinguish the fire, while one of the wounded 4 persons are in serious condition. The cause of the fire was not immediately clear, and authorities say an investigation has been launched into the incident. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. IGP explains absence at Senate's invitation. APC National Convention postponed. Speaker Oyo State House of Assembly dies. Court orders for forfeiture of 1.4 billion naira per club refunds to federal government. And in sports, Supreme Court orders retrial of Pinnick Giwa case. That's the news on the Hour on Television Nigerian. And do remember, if we don't change, we don't grow. And if we don't grow, we aren't really living. Thanks for watching. I am Cynthia Agbo.